I'm fine with the new algorithm change. We actually have much bigger problems to talk about. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of robertoblake.com, helping you create something awesome today. So unfortunately I have some less than awesome news about things going on in the land of YouTube. There have been some huge changes to YouTube pretty recently, and some of them actually are awesome, but I'm not going to get to talk about them in this video because I have to focus on the stuff that everyone is freaking out about, which are two different issues. The YouTube algorithm updates and changes that have cut the views in half of major YouTubers, at least that's what they're claiming, and I can tell you exactly why that's happening and what you can do about it. And then we have to talk about the YouTube unsubscribe bug, something that is affecting big YouTubers and that they've been talking about very much recently, that the rest of us have known has been going on for the longest time. Yeah, I actually am a little salty about that. It seems like, it only matters when it happens to certain people, right? So really quickly, I'll talk about the new algorithm change, and I'll try and keep this very short and simple because I should just do a big video about how the YouTube algorithm works, sort of, because no one knows 110%. What I can tell you is I was an SEO guy in my corporate life well before YouTube. I've been doing web design since I was a kid, and that was quite a long time ago. And I was a Flash developer before Steve Jobs and Apple killed that off from their mobile ecosystem. In fact, I actually made a clone kind of the YouTube video player when I was in corporate, but that's a whole nother story. It's a war story I should tell sometime. But anyway, the point is this. The YouTube algorithm is not something that is going to disproportionately negatively impact small YouTubers because, one, you see big YouTubers talking about it and being very dramatic about it, and I understand why. It affects their views, which affects their ad revenue, which affects their living. As a small business owner, I can appreciate that. But you should monetize outside of AdSense, like I talk about in this 10 video playlist where I talk about ways you can do that, so that this kind of thing doesn't worry you as much. The reason I'm actually not worried about the YouTube algorithm change, not negatively, is because it doubled my views in the last 30 days, and I actually got a ton more subscribers, a ton more watch time, and a ton more ad revenue. But Roberto, how is that even possible? If you are a smaller YouTube channel with 100,000 something subscribers and a big YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers is losing views, how did yours double? That doesn't make sense. That's why the algorithm is about balance. You see, I noticed something that big YouTubers tend to do, which is really weird to me, is they don't optimize their titles, descriptions, and tags. Many of you have actually called me out on this and said, Roberto, why do I need to optimize my titles and descriptions and tags? YouTuber A, B, or C doesn't do that. Well, now YouTubers A, B, C, D through G are all actually talking about how they're losing views in terms of distribution. Not the unsub bug, which we'll talk about that, but they're talking about YouTube not promoting and distributing their videos as much. The balance of the algorithm has to do with the homepage and with related and recommended videos in the sidebar. If you do a YouTube video and, well, actually let me go another way. Let's talk about Netflix. If I watch House of Cards, Netflix can recommend Scandal to me because it knows that they're both political-based drama and that they have a lot of things in common. They know that because every episode of Scandal has a description, what they call in video world and film world and television a synopsis. It's a brief summary of what the video we're about to watch is about. Sound familiar? We have that in YouTube. How do big YouTubers tend to use this description box? Oh wait, they just post their social links, links to their playlist, and really no accurate description explaining the video in any way, shape, or form. Cool. One of the other things we have is we have, these tags, these things that we put in so that when you search for something, you can say, these two things have these things in common, or these two things are alike. So if I were to go looking for political drama, oh wait, here's Scandal, here's House of Cards, here's The Blacklist. If I want crime thrillers, oh, here's Dexter, here's, Chicago, here's this one, here's Gotham. It makes sense to have accurate titles, descriptions, and tags. If you're not optimizing for that, and then YouTube balances things to say, you know what, we need to deliver videos based on the last 20 videos that you watched. How do I get to Ethan from H3H3's video? How do I get to Jacksepticeye's video? How do I get to these videos from some of these big YouTubers if they're not using the titles and descriptions and tags the way that YouTube needs them to, the way a robot or a human being needs them to be able to say, hey, if you liked this thing has a lot of things in common with this other thing, and you should watch that too, because you'll like that. It just makes sense. And so when you can't do like the most basic thing that YouTube has always wanted us to do, for it to be able to match these things up the same way that it works in a library, the same way it used to work in a video store, the same way it works on Netflix, the same way it works on Amazon, you can't be shocked or surprised that this happens. Yes, YouTube still cares about watch time. Yes, YouTube still cares about engagement. But it also cares about being able to read just a little bit of text, since it's a search engine owned by Google, to be able to say that, gee, this thing is relevant to all these other things that our users really care about. I don't know how you really expect YouTube to do what they're supposed to do otherwise if you're not, again, following this very basic logic. So if you don't want to be impacted by this, I would say follow the advice of myself, Tim Schmoyer, Daryl Eves, and all the other YouTube experts and YouTube marketers that have pointed this out for the longest time, and optimize your titles and descriptions and tags. Don't rely on clickbait. Don't rely on popularity. Don't rely only on social signals and engagement. I know a lot of YouTubers are speculating that YouTube changed the algorithm to favor engagement, and that's why, oh, well, people are going to do trash content. They're going to beg for likes in the beginning of the video, which they've always done. They're going to do giveaways in order to get more people to comment, even if the comments don't mean anything, which they've always done. So nothing's going to change in YouTube land. And that's somehow going to jump them up in the algorithm. Wrong. Because it hasn't. They still lost views. They still didn't get as much distribution. They're still not showing up in the homepage. And they didn't get into trending doing that either. So, that means something. It means that the way that people have become popular on YouTube using those kind of tactics are exactly what the algorithm is meant to eliminate. Anyway, there's all kinds of ways that you can prepare to deal with the YouTube algorithm changes. Again, I'll probably do a dedicated video about that. Let's move on to the Unsub Buddy. I've been talking about this for a while. I talked about this a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken. This is a glitch in YouTube that happens where you get unsubscribed from somebody that you're meant to be subscribed to. This happened to me with Jared Polin and with Terry White, two people that I watch all the time. They're YouTube photographers, and I don't know why it unsubscribed me to them, but it could have been that I didn't watch enough of their videos recently for YouTube to decide to unsubscribe me. I don't really feel that YouTube should be doing that, but I understand where they're going. The problem is that deciding whether someone is active or not is arbitrary because you don't understand the relationship of how they watch those videos or how that content creator intends for people to watch their videos. Some of us don't intend for all of you to watch every single video. I know that's hard for some YouTubers to wrap their head around. I don't want or need you to watch every single video. It'd be great if you did, but I don't think you're served by doing that unless you have a very specific situation. So as flattering as it is, and as much as I would love the extra views or love the extra ad revenue, I don't need to take that 5 or 10 minutes of your time if it's not worthwhile to you or it doesn't solve a problem for you. I think I'm the only person that I've seen do one of these videos where I'm telling you I don't need or want you to watch every single video. I can get into that if I want to, but I think the important thing is that YouTube needs to respect the relationship that content creators want to have with their audience. And so when they do things like this programmatically, they're not thinking of the human being involved and what their intentions are. They're making an assumption, and that's the wrong thing to do. I'm fine with people purging fake accounts. I'm fine with people purging accounts that have been inactive in general and have not logged in. I'm fine with all of those things. I'm not fine with you deciding that because I haven't watched a video in the time frame that you think I should have watched, that all of a sudden I don't know what's going on with one of my favorite creators. I made the decision to subscribe to them for a reason. I'm the one who should decide when I want to end that relationship. I should have that control, and I think YouTube should respect that. So I don't think this is really a glitch or a bug. I think this is working as intended. That's my opinion. Boogie2988 actually shares this opinion as somebody who came from the world of SEO and development. So I think that, between the two of us, I think that we're in agreement on that particular issue, and I think it is working as designed. I don't agree with that design. I don't think it's nefarious. I don't think that YouTube is being dishonest with us. I just wish that there was more clarity of communication and that they were making their intentions clear to us and that we could have a conversation in which we're allowed to tell them what we do and don't want. This is why I really believe that YouTube should be doing monthly town halls. I said that in my Make YouTube Great Again video, and this kind of thing between the algorithm changes and the unsubscriber thing. I think it proves the point of why we need that. We need to be able to have a conversation with YouTube if they want to respect our relationship. Anyway, that's what's going on, and that's my point of view and my advice in dealing with this whole YouTube algorithm thing and the unsubscribe thing. I would say try to watch the content of the creators that you respect the most. Make sure that if you think that you might be unsubscribed to someone, you haven't been updated on their videos in a long time, go ahead and check it out and make sure you're still subscribed to them. Resubscribe to them, do the notification thing, do all of those things, and engage with their content. YouTube creators, you need to be engaging with your audience outside of YouTube and having a way to reach them. You need to develop your presence in other social media platforms. You need to stop trying to make it on YouTube and just make it in the digital world. And I talk about this all the time, and I've got videos that can help you if you're struggling with that. If you're struggling with the optimization stuff, you're not an SEO nerd like I am, then there are plenty of videos I've done that can help you with that. Give your content a real shot at being successful. Don't rely on YouTube to do all the work, because when they make changes and they decide that they're not working for you the way you think they should, it'll be a problem. Anyway, I hope this video helped some of you guys out. If you have questions, obviously leave those in the comment section. If there are videos you want me to make addressing YouTube topics and commentary, let me know about that too. I've also done a playlist about a lot of the other people who are talking about the issues with YouTube right now, both big and small subscribers, people with 1,000 subscribers, people with 1,000,000 subscribers. There are a lot of people who are talking about this. It means different things for different people, and they've had different experiences with it. So I encourage you to view those creators and hear them out. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. Remember, I usually do YouTube videos like this on Fridays. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today.